I'm trying to see what you've got in the black drop. um, I just thought this would be a really nice place to stand with the flowering cherry behind me, not apple blossom, and yeah, good place to stand and talk to you. First things first, the least important things first, comme d'habitude. I haven't been able to play that game. I've asked Apple for a refund. I'm going to take the controller back tomorrow because that won't play the game. And I've decided to buy myself a PS5. Now, Phil bought me PS3, probably about a second-hand PS3 about 10 years ago, 8 years ago. Probably 8 years ago because it was quite early on in my PMR days when my PMR, I just got PMR, so I was spending a lot of time not really being able to do anything, and that was lovely to have something to play when I'm sitting unable to do other stuff. So I've had it 8 years. It was second hand, and I thought, hold on a minute, this is ridiculous. I'm trying to find ways to play it. It's probably because I just thought, oh, that's good, I can play it on my Mac for 40 odd quid, but actually, it wasn't working out like that. I had to buy a controller, that wasn't working. I just thought, I'm going to spend money, buy a PS5 and have fun. So I've got the doctors in the morning at 9:30, so we'll go from there to Boulanger in Poitiers, not Poitiers, Chassenil de Poitou, I can never pronounce it. Chassenil, something like that. And the Boulanger's there. I'll take the controller back, get my money back, buy a PS5 there, and then we're going to eat in Profusion, I think it's called. We haven't eaten in there probably for over 2 years, and quite often, or from my memory, we come out of there and go, oh God, I'm not eating there again. But it's got lots of different choices. You can eat Chinese food in there. You can eat sort of American, Texan-y, Mexican-y, barbecue-y stuff, French cuisine. So there's sort of a choice of about 4 or 5 cuisines. So I'd probably go for Chinese because we don't eat Chinese here. There's no access to Chinese here, so I'd probably do that. So that's that. Overnight, I was reflecting, and this is the bit that gets to be about the poisoned orange thing. When I was a young woman, when I was a young woman with my life ahead of me, I was the man from the Prue. Now, for you American viewers, the man from the Prue was an insurance guy. Well, woman. But we called me the man from the Prue because there were no other women doing the job I was doing in my territory. It was sort of quite new back then. So I was the man from the Prue, which meant I had a large patch of people who I was selling life assurance, insurance like house, car insurance, pensions. So if I was talking to somebody, if I was sitting with a couple, talking to them about life assurance, I would refer to, if your husband had died last week, what would your financial circumstances be now? So I was always talking about the past because he was still there. So I wasn't it's what I was taught, and what I now know, what I now understand, having done my psychotherapy training, the sort of type of therapy training I did, is that it's a bit magical thinking to think that I can say something and it has an impact on the future. But at the time, it was like, I don't mention death next week, just in case. So we talk about, if he had died last week, what would be your financial circumstances? So for the same reason, I'm going to ask the question that we all want to know the answer to, we all look forward to, but talking about last week, if the orange sack of poison had died last week, where would you be now? Where would we be now? I'm interested to know whether you think, especially my American viewers, whether you think that JD Vance could do as much damage as the orange sack of poison could. So with had he been out of the picture, had he died last week, I can't even say wishful thinking. Oh, I did. Had he died last week, what would the balance be like? Would there be a brighter future, or would the whole clusterfuck continue to roll down the hill? That's my question. I hope I've made sense. I just I can't. Oh, la, la. If I were a prayer, I'd be on my knees all fucking day praying. And I'm sure a lot of you people that do pray are praying hard. But if there were a God, what would he answer prayers about smiting someone? Would he? I don't think he would, because he's not meant to. According to what people tell me is in the Bible, you're not meant to smite your neighbour. Or you can. If you're, there was, I can't remember it now, there was a thing about somebody being very literal about what's in the Bible and saying, my neighbour's done this, can I smite him? I'll have to look for that because it was really funny. Yeah. So that's my question. I hope to have some answers. I've seen lots of good stuff, lots of large protests on Blue Sky. You know, masses of people were out yesterday for hands off, which is absolutely brilliant. And I hope that it provides some momentum, that it provides support for people who've given up, let people see that you're not alone, helps you find community because you really need that now. Yeah, very, very pleased with what I've seen on Blue Sky. So yeah, here it's beautiful. It's warm. I sat out the front for 10 minutes, quarter of an hour, and started to feel that I was getting burnt, so I had to come in. It's really pleasant. I think it's going to cool down a bit tomorrow and then gradually work towards rain, but I won't say it's like summer, because summer here is fierce, and this is deuce, soft, do. Oh, that's it. On the chicken thing, the reason I couldn't read the small print that I was filming, so I couldn't carry on reading the other bits and pieces in that list of ingredients. It wasn't that I didn't understand the French, I just couldn't see it. So, God, the sky is so blue. I'll show you a little bit before this finishes. And I don't know whether you can hear the continuous backdrop of bees in this cherry blossom. I've been playing my own old farming game just to see if I still have the muscle memory. And it's made my arm ache and it's made my wrist ache. But that's fine. I'll manage that. And I went to a new map. I thought, no, I've been playing this same area forever. And because it was easy, it got very easy for me. When stuff gets easy, it gets a bit boring, doesn't it? So I went to a new map and spent 20 minutes driving around lost and couldn't find my combine harvest. Couldn't find where to dump my wheat. And the chicken was yummy. So I've made chicken casserole, so there's 3 lots of chicken casserole in the freezer, and I've done roast chicken for dinner and the legs we've got left over, and I'm going to do Probably for Tuesday I will do chicken Caesar salad. There's a bit of a chicken theme, so I'll try and stay away from the chicken tomorrow when we're out. There. Hope you're having a lovely day. Thanks for watching. Thanks to the new subscribers. See you soon.